booktube. It's been a while. I have filmed my November vlogs for the rest of the month. I just haven't edited them yet. They will be going up soon. In the meantime, I have come out of my slump and it's great. And I thought I would give like a mini roundup of everything that I've read. This month I've been doing the Reindeer Readathon and the KABOOMathon. So yeah, this is filmed on the 5th and I think I finished 6 books. Kind of. So we're not going to do this chronologically because I want to get the not really books out of the way first. And like, no shade to any form of media or anything like that. It's just these are single issue comics, so they're like 32 pages and I don't really want to, it sounds a lot less impressive when you say I read 32 pages in a day. So yeah, it is Paper Girls issue 1 and Transformers Robots in Disguise issue 1. And I have rated neither of these because I don't really feel like a single issue gives you enough information to really rate the series on. Yeah, I feel like there's not enough information to, make up your mind about it. That being said, I don't really like Paper Girls. I'm pretty sure I've read another Brian K. Vaughan series, started it at least. So I do, like what this person has been involved in, but Paper Girls doesn't really work for me. I can see a really interesting story there, and I think if I had bought volume 1, then I might continue with it, but I bought issue 1, so there's really not enough there for me to latch onto, and what's set up on its own is not enticing enough to me to keep going. On the other hand, we have Transformers, and I didn't really expect to be talking about Transformers in my 20s. But yeah, I have wanted to get back into Transformers. The series I really wanted to get into was The Lost Light, but I think this one was free, so I took this one, and it kind of took me a while to warm up to it because of Starscream. I liked him by the end, but it kind of took me a while because I like him for being a wee shite, and he wasn't really a wee shite here. So yeah, I could get on board with that by the end. And I think it's going to be a really interesting series. It's dealing with like the repercussions of the war. It's over, Optimus Prime is dead, and they're on Cybertron, and they're trying to rebuild it. And there's been a terrorist attack, and old grudges are flaring up. I don't really know the characters anymore, unfortunately, so it did take a wee while in that regard, but it's really set up interestingly, so I would like to continue with that one. Those two were of course prompts for the KABOOMathon. Transformers was a non-human protagonist, and Paper Girls was from another time. Another one that I read for the KABOOMathon was Seeds of War by Somdip Datta, and this is, excuse my pronunciation, a retelling of, at least in part, the Mahabharata. And this is another one that I didn't rate because it's very kind of historical in this person was the son of this king who did this thing, and then his son did this thing, and I feel like that as a retelling is better suited to someone who is already familiar with the original, and I didn't want to rate it unfairly because of that. It's not, I would say it's not a great place to start if you're not familiar with it, but it was interesting, and I would like to have a look at it again once I'm more familiar with, you know, the source material. The last comic that I read for the KABOOMathon also fit for a Reindeer Readathon prompt. So it was racial diversity in the KABOOMathon and Blitzen, which I think was a like comic, graphic novel, manga for the Reindeer Readathon. And I don't know what to say because it's volume 4 and I don't want to be that asshole who gives spoilers. I'm going to just say that I gave it 5 stars. I love it. The art is gorgeous. As always, there is a new character who is introduced, connected to Micah, and I am so intrigued by this development. I really can't wait to see where it goes. And of course, I love Kippa. The first book that I read for the Reindeer Readathon was The Right Swipe by Alisha. This was for the Cupid prompt. It is about Rhiannon Hunter, who created this dating app, and Samson Lima, a former American footballer who's working for a rival company that she wants to buy out. And they had a one-night stand that should have been more, but then he ghosted her, and it wasn't because he didn't like her, but there was an emergency, and yeah. So there's a lot of tension in this one, and it's great, and I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. I don't usually... I've been having like a terrible time finding adult-oriented English language romances, and this is amazing. It is everything I wanted and more, and yeah, they are so much more real than any of the other ones that I've read. They have their traumas and their neuroses. They have personal goals and career goals and love goals. They have support networks, they have friends, they have family. I am looking specifically at 2 books who gave the men friends and family and just completely isolated their female characters. She's your heroine. Do you have to just... I don't... Getting distracted. Yeah, but I really... They had such chemistry as well. I thought it was just great. And as well as like the romance, I was really cheering them on individually, and by the end I was just so happy with how far they'd come. And you know, they still had so much more to go, and the ending made that clear, and I kinda hope that the next book in the Modern Love series kind of includes them, even if they're just like background characters, because I would love to have some more time with them. But I'm looking forward to it anyway. Alisha, I immediately jumped onto my auto-buy authors. That feels a wee bit sad, but like I said, I've had some trouble with this genre, so I'll take what I can get. The last book that I finished was for the Reindeer Readathon. It was for Dancer, which is a book with a main theme of music or dance. I read On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I was a wee bit worried about this because I like... Oh, this is going to come out wrong. I like Angie Thomas's writing. Like her characters, their traumas, their conflicts. I don't really like her prose. So considering this is about rap and like rap battles, I was a wee bit on the fence as to how I would like it, and I do. I really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars. Because again, you know, the writing, the conflicts and all that, they are really good. I really like that. And I probably shouldn't have been worrying about the rap battles either, because they were great. I kind of feel like I'm a fool. I didn't buy the book. Well, technically I did. I got it through the Willoughby Book Club, and when I started reading it, I realised I have made a mistake. I should have gotten the audiobook. It would have been really nice to have like actually heard it, but you know, it is what it is. It doesn't like take away anything, it being, you know, like in print format, but it could have really given it oomph if it had been like an audio format. I don't mind though, I like it enough that I would reread it, that I would listen to it. That's really my only complaint. I don't really want to say more than that, because again, this is like a known voices book and I don't know what they're talking about, so I'm not going to like talk in those issues, but I really enjoyed it. So that's it. 6 reads over 5 days, and there's still time today for more. And I am delighted. I don't know where this came from. I've been like struggling to get 3 books a month, and suddenly this, and writing a drabble or 2 a day, and you know, I don't know where the energy has come from, and I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to take it. It is so good, and I really hope that this is how the year ends. I really hope that I get to like the other 20 something books that I want to this month. I think Goodreads is a wee bit ambitious with its you need to read like 26 books a day to reach your goal. I'm not gonna, and it's fine, but this is great and I'm having so much fun. So yeah, I can't wait to update you on how else I do this month, but for now, thank you for watching. Bye.